You're watching CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown.
Hello, I'm Juan Fernandez. Here now, a look at your top stories. We have some good news in the 10 freeway closure to tell you about. Governor Gavin Newsom says repairs could be done in 3 to 5 weeks. Turns out the damage wasn't as bad as first thought, and that area doesn't need to be torn down. Some of the freeway supports have already been constructed and put in place. We're told crews will be working around the clock 24/7, and by Friday, at least 3 cameras will be put in place so people can watch the progress happen. The arson investigation into the cause of the fire continues. Well, in the wake of the 10 freeway disaster, there are concerns about storage underneath the freeway. KCAL News reporter Jasmine Veal is looking into that side of the story.
I'm Jasmine Veal. I'm here in downtown Los Angeles investigating the fire further that happened over the weekend on the 10 freeway. So I'm here on this frontage street. This is 16th Street. We are right under the 10 freeway, about a mile from where it caught fire over the weekend in that storage yard. And it has brought up the safety concerns about these other airspaces under the freeway that are being rented out. I mean, look at this one that we just stumbled across. It's full of wooden pallets. I see broken down cars, broken down heavy equipment, plastic pipes, wiring stacked high and very close to a lot of the columns here on the freeway. We've seen more stuff being brought in nonstop. Caltrans showed up with a fire marshal in a team as they are going around trying to let workers know, the owners know what needs to be done to these other spaces, these airspaces under the freeway. They just told me they are going to be investigating as many sites as possible today to look at these safety concerns. Now, that large storage yard fire over the weekend that shut down a part of I-10, one of the major traffic routes for downtown LA. It's caused a lot of backup, a big traffic mess, and we know that section was damaged and it remains closed in both directions near Alameda Street. It is now said to be arson. Now, the good news, Governor Newsom said that the 10 freeway will not be demolished. He estimates that it will reopen in 3 to 5 weeks. It was around midnight Saturday that we've been dealing with the closure when the LA Fire Department received reports of that fire in that storage yard. Pallets there, trailers, broken down vehicles, well involved. The span of that blaze covered about 80,000 square feet, according to the fire department. So the governor said that the state has taken and already took legal action months ago to eject the leasee of that site, Apex Development Incorporated out of Calabasas, for failing to pay rent and violating the lease agreement by subletting that property without state and federal approval. He says that company has 4 other sites in the area. His legal team is here to get them assessed and removed. He says unlawful detainer, that they are looking at all the leases for these same safety concerns. Now, coming up on KCAL News tonight, we're talking to an assembly member, a local assembly member, who wants to reevaluate how these are leased out, these airspaces under the freeway. We're also going to be hearing any updates from Caltrans, hoping to get a rundown of the rules, what is allowed and not allowed to be placed here right under our major freeways that run throughout Los Angeles. Coming up again, KCAL News.
Businesses near the 10 freeway in downtown LA are already feeling a big impact from that closure. KCAL News reporter Jeff Nguyen spoke to some and has a preview.
Jeff Nguyen here in downtown Los Angeles, and we are at the corner of Olympic and McGarry. And you can see all of the traffic right behind me here. And the reason we decided to come to this corner is because it is just a few blocks away from the closure of the 10 freeway. The other aspect about this corner as well is we are at the corner for the famous Los Angeles produce market, which is right here. You can see that there are a number of box trucks in the parking lot over here. A number of drivers have told us that over the last couple of days it's been really tough to get around. In fact, at times it will take half an hour just to go 2 or 3 blocks because of the congestion from the freeway closure of the 10 freeway between Alameda and Santa Fe. And it's not just the folks who work at this distribution center or this wholesale center, but right across the street there is another business where you see that Toyota Tundra right there. They specialize in spices. In fact, the business at the spice store is telling us not only are they a distribution business, but they also have walk-in customers, and a number of customers have already canceled because it's just tough to get down here. So we will stay on top of this for you, and we will have complete coverage on KCAL News beginning at 4 p.m.
Well, another big story here. It's been a week now since the massive Tustin hangar fire, and it's still burning. And as a result, there will be no more school for the rest of the week. And this morning, families were able to pick up learning packets and lunches for their students. KCAL News reporter Michelle Geely will have more on this ahead at 4. Meantime, President Biden has landed in San Francisco this afternoon. He is participating in the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit. This lasts until Friday. The president and the vice president will also attend a DNC fundraiser tonight. And tomorrow, President Biden is expected to meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Well, we are tracking rain in the forecast. Yes, indeed. And KCAL News meteorologist Olga Ospina has your next weather. Olga.
Hi, Juan. Yes, here we go. We have some rain headed to Southern California. Enjoy today because mild temperatures and dry conditions will be the story. But take a look at what is headed our way. So early tomorrow morning, still dry conditions, plenty of cloud cover, but still that rain sitting offshore. That will be a different story as we head into late morning and into the afternoon hours. In fact, even for your evening commute, we're seeing some wet weather all the way from Ventura into the Inland Empire in Orange County. And we'll see some drier conditions, just some scattered showers as we head into Thursday. So we'll get a little bit of a break for some of us. And then as we head into later in the week by Friday, Saturday, another round of rain. And here's a look at the breakdown on that. So again, it's going to be 2 rounds. The first round happening Wednesday into the early part of Thursday, with Thursday just a few light scattered showers, and then a little bit more intense and widespread as we head into Friday and Saturday, with totals ending up being about 1 to 3 inches when this is all said and done. So by Sunday, things are looking better. We're going to dry out and we're going to start warming up just a bit. You'll see it here on our Futurecast. Again, that low still sitting well offshore. We're actually tracking a couple of lows, and that's going to bring us those 2 rounds of rain as we head into the next several days. So a multi-day rain event. And then again, by Sunday, you can see high pressure building in, and that's going to bring us those drier conditions and those warmer temperatures. But tomorrow, as the rain approaches, yes, much cooler than what we're experiencing today. We're talking 60s, a few low 70s, but the big impact will be the rain, high elevation snow, and some strong winds for places like the I-5 corridor. Juan, back to you.
All right, Olga, thank you. Now to some breaking news. The House of Representatives has just passed a bill to avoid a government shutdown. The bipartisan tally came at 336 to 95. This bill temporarily funds some federal agencies to January 19th and others till February 2nd. It also fails to include President Biden's request for more than $100 billion in aid for Ukraine, Israel, border security, and other funds. The bill will now head to the Senate. Very busy news day, hasn't it been? This has been CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown. Thanks for joining us. I'm Juan Fernandez. We'll be back here live at 4 on CBS News Los Angeles.
CBS News Los Angeles, your local news, streaming wherever, whenever.